A guy brings his car in complaining about a rough idle, a gas smell, and a check engine light that keeps coming back. The shop checks the EVAP system and finds a completely saturated charcoal canister and a failed purge valve. The repair bill is real. When they ask him what changed recently, he says nothing. He just fills up like he always does, always squeezes a little extra after the click. That's it. That one habit is what caused all of it. And the thing is, he had no idea that was even possible. Most drivers don't. Here's the kicker. Most people think the pump clicks off because the tank is full. But that's not actually what's happening, and the difference matters a lot more than you'd think. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Your gas tank isn't just a hollow metal box sitting under your car. It's part of a sealed system that's constantly managing fuel vapors, and every component in that system has a very specific job. There's a vent line that runs from the top of your tank, and its whole purpose is to let air and vapors move around as fuel levels change. That vent line is connected to a canister, and that canister is connected to your engine. It's all one sealed loop, and it's pressurized. So when the nozzle clicks, what's actually happening is a small pressure sensor inside the nozzle is detecting that the vent line at the top of your tank is blocked. Fuel has risen high enough that liquid is now sitting in the path where air used to flow freely. The tank still has a little space left in it, but the system is telling you it's done because the vapor path is now blocked. Think of it like a cup with a straw pushed down into it. The straw is your vent line. While there's air above the liquid, the straw works fine. But the second liquid reaches the bottom of that straw, the suction breaks. That's the click. There's still technically a little room in the cup, but the straw is blocked and the whole system knows it. So when you squeeze that nozzle again after the click, the fuel has nowhere safe to go. The normal vent path is already flooded with liquid, so that extra fuel gets pushed up into the EVAP vent lines, the lines that run from the top of your tank up toward your engine bay. And those lines were never designed to carry liquid gasoline. Ever. At the top of those vent lines sits the charcoal canister. It's about the size of a small lunchbox, and it's packed with tiny activated charcoal pellets. The only thing those pellets are designed to do is trap fuel vapors, not liquid gas. Vapors, that's the whole distinction. Vapors are fine, liquid is not. When raw gasoline hits those charcoal pellets, it saturates them. The pellets break down, they lose their ability to absorb anything, and once that happens, there's no fixing it. You can't dry it out, you can't flush it, you can't reset it. The canister has to be replaced, and depending on your car, that's a $150 to $400 part before labor even enters the conversation. And the canister doesn't work alone. It's connected to a purge valve, which is a small electronic solenoid. When your engine is running, the ECU tells that purge valve to open at specific times, so stored vapors can get pulled into the intake and burned off cleanly. That's the normal cycle. But when the canister is full of liquid fuel, that purge valve stops getting vapors. It starts getting raw gasoline instead. Every squeeze past the click is pushing liquid fuel into a system that was only built to handle gas vapors. The charcoal canister takes the first hit, and the purge valve takes the next one. The damage happens fast, but the symptoms don't show up right away. And that's exactly what makes this so hard to catch. Did you know the check engine light from a gas station mistake can take a full week to appear? By then you've driven hundreds of miles, filled up again maybe, and you have zero reason to connect it back to what you did at the pump. Once liquid fuel saturates the charcoal canister, the engine management system starts getting confused because the purge valve is now doing something it was never supposed to do. Instead of pulling stored vapors into the intake at the right moment, it's pulling raw liquid fuel. And your engine has no idea what to do with that because it's expecting a very controlled, very specific air-fuel mixture every single time it fires. Your ECU is tuned tight. It expects a certain ratio, and when a stuck or degraded purge valve starts dumping raw gas into the intake at random intervals, that ratio gets blown out completely. The engine is suddenly running rich, too much fuel, not enough air, and it can't compensate fast enough. That's exactly where the rough idle comes from. You're sitting at a red light, foot off the gas, and the engine starts stumbling. It might smooth out, then stumble again. Most people think it's a spark plug or maybe dirty injectors. It's not. It's the purge valve sending unexpected fuel dumps into an engine that wasn't asking for them. The fuel smell is another one, and this is a big one. A healthy EVAP system is completely sealed. You should never, ever smell raw gas around your car after filling up. Never. When the canister is saturated and can't hold vapors anymore, that smell has to go somewhere, so it leaks out around seals, through vents, and sometimes right into the cabin. You won't believe how many people smell fuel after filling up and just think that's normal. They assume it's just leftover gas on the nozzle or something in the air at the station. But that smell fades within a minute or two if your system is working right. If you're still smelling it 10 minutes down the road, or the next morning in your driveway, something is already broken. The check engine light shows up because the ECU actually runs self-tests on the EVAP system while you drive. It checks canister efficiency, it checks for leaks, it checks whether the purge valve is responding correctly. When the canister is saturated, those tests fail, and the ECU logs a fault code. The common ones are P0441, which is an EVAP incorrect purge flow code, and P0455, which flags a large leak in the system. Those codes mean a diagnostic fee, plus whatever parts and labor come after. Acceleration hesitation is the last one most people notice. When the purge valve gets stuck, either stuck open or stuck closed from liquid fuel degrading the solenoid inside it, your engine's fuel trim gets thrown off right when you need power. You press the accelerator and there's a flat spot, a lag, a stumble before the power comes in. It feels like a transmission issue or a fuel pressure problem, so most mechanics start chasing the wrong thing. The rough idle, the fuel smell, the check engine light, the hesitation under acceleration. Not one of those feels like something you caused at a gas station. They all feel like engine problems. Stick around, because if you've been topping off for years, there's a very specific way to check if the damage has already started. The click is the system talking. It's not a suggestion. It's the exact moment the sealed vapor path hits its limit. Every drop after that goes somewhere it was never supposed to go, and the damage starts immediately, even though you won't feel it for days. Don't forget to subscribe, because next time you're at the pump and you hear that click, you're going to feel it differently. That gut reaction is exactly what keeps a $400 repair from showing up on your credit card statement. One habit, 1 second, one sound, and your charcoal canister is already taking the hit.